2, 3, 4.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Liftoff and the clock is started.
I'm Brian Gobbins. This is my brother Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Could you get a microphone out of my face?
Jack, come on. This is a big moment. This is a big day. We're gonna check out our deceased father's bunker. Rest in peace, Dad. And I hope you don't mind, Mr. Lawyer. What is your name, sir?
It's Phil Feinberg. Did we sign a waiver for this beforehand? Never mind. It's fine. It's
Sure.
totally fine.
I mean, yeah, we can sign whatever makes it legal. We're gonna. We've got Mr. Feinberg here. He's our dad's lawyer, and we're gonna open up our dad's bunker beneath his house for the first time. He bequeathed it to us, right?
But yes, he bequeathed. Well, I want to clear something up first. Technically, I'm not his lawyer. It's our firm is his lawyer. I'm just the representative here today. It's a legal matter. I just want to make sure I clear that up. So, but yeah, yes.
Why are you distancing yourself from our dad so immediately? Like he just died.
Oh no. I'm not distancing. I'm not. You know what? Let's just start over. Hi, I'm Phil Feinberg of Feinberg, Weinberg, and Steinberg, and we are the executors of your dad's estate. He bequeathed the bunker to you, but I just want to make sure you guys know. You guys, the house above is not.
Yes.
Yes.
The house.
No. Yes. What about the house?
Well, we get the bunker. What are you going to say?
What are you going to say?
No. So they didn't call you beforehand. No. So. Wow. Okay, so the house actually belongs to the bank.
What?
What?
Yeah, it's kind of simple economics. Your dad was a big time gambler, a bit of a player in town.
He sure was. He's a character.
Yeah, he was in debt for about $500,000. $500,000, and
sorry,
God.
But he's dead, so
the debt should go with him. Then Is there a
debt
way
goes away.
we can bury the debt?
I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna have to check with our money people about that. Sorry,
I feel like he should have a more technical term for the money people. I'm not trusting this guy immediately.
Can we get back what you said? We don't get the house. We just get this bunker. What I don't understand.
Correct.
Look. Okay. Jack,
This is insane.
Mr. Lawyer Man.
Phil,
let's just chill
please.
out. This is a cool moment in our family history. Dad,
It's cool. Dad left us nothing except this fucking hole in the ground.
A bunker.
It's a hole in the ground.
Well, I should let you know the bunker is quite a bit inside. It's not a total loss.
See? There could be all sorts of stuff in there that we don't know about. Maybe there's something really special in there. And that's why Dad wanted us to inherit it and, to bring us together like a family, Come on, Jackie.
I guess I just assumed that part of what my inheritance would be the home we grew up in.
Yeah, I guess debt isn't really your first hope when you're inheriting something. But I mean, come on, cheer up.
Okay,
cheer up.
I mean, it wasn't in the will that he wanted you guys, exactly as you said, Brian. That he wanted you to be closer together and felt this was a great way to do it, and also pay off his massive gambling debts, but still give you both something. And so, let's see what we got here.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna open it up.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
very dank. It's very dank in here.
real musty in here. It's,
Yeah. Well, we are 20 feet underground. We're descending to 20 feet underground.
Yeah.
Where-
Okay, well.
It goes that deep.
It goes that deep.
It looks kind of like all those tunnels underneath Jurassic Park in the movie. It's just like machinery and like creepy mood lighting. Like, what is this?
It's just the
place?
entry. That's our entry hallway, but we'll get to the interesting part. I mean, I love the reference though. I totally felt that way when I first walked in here.
Jack, are you okay? Do you need your
it's just-
inhaler? Or?
I'm gonna use. I have my inhaler. It's just. There's a lot of boxes here. I don't
Yeah,
have
think
time for
each
this.
one is like a treasure chest that could.
It's exhausting.
You
It's a
can't.
little-
Don't
it's
give up on me, Jackie. Don't give up on me right out the gate. I mean,
I'm not
look at
giving up
this
on you.
stuff. This is a treasure trove.
It
Can
looks
you
like a
believe it?
hoarder's mansion. It looks like a hoarder's paradise. This is a
Well,
nightmare. This
yeah, I'm
is a
getting-
nightmare.
Technically, more of a like a post-apocalyptic doomsday prepper treasure trove, but.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
There's a
that
fine line
vibe,
between
Phil.
prepper and hoarder. Okay, and that's all I'm saying. And it's a.
And I would really
Oh
like
my
to
God.
explore that fine line. Maybe with you, Jack. Like we'll figure it out together. You know, maybe you and I we could be preppers, right? Like, I mean, God
Could
forbid.
you just could you get the microphone out of my face?
You've got a wife and kids, man. What if something goes wrong? What if something like, you know?
Something is going wrong. Something's been going wrong for
I
a
mean,
minute now.
I mean, not your marriage. I mean, like,
I didn't say my marriage. I meant this whole experience is going wrong.
Although incidentally, we
Sidebar.
have people for that. If things are going rough in the marriage, you can
it
just give me
does
a
sound like his marriage is on the rocks,
I
doesn't it?
appreciate you offering me a divorce lawyer, but no, I don't. My marriage is fine. That's not the issue. The
Wow.
issue is
Wow. Did you notice how
Arnie-
none of us mentioned divorce, and that's where your head just
That
went?
was it was implied. It was a divorce lawyer.
I
That's what
bet.
he
I
was
bet
implying.
every conversation it's a little implied between you and Carol, right? Just like the rockiness of that
That's not.
union.
You're being ridiculous.
Is he though?
I mean, I'm just saying, you got those
sorry,
little
Mr. Feinberg.
babies. You got those children of yours.
Yeah.
Bobby and Nikolai. I want to say
Nicole. She's a girl.
Yes. And she does have a page boy haircut, and it makes it very difficult to tell the gender sometimes. I know it's 2020, and you shouldn't question the gender, but
You shouldn't.
sometimes,
You
you're at a restaurant, and your waiter or waitress is ambiguous gender-wise, and you want to know. I guess that's...
Are you referring to the lunch we just had, where,
Yeah, I
where you
am.
didn't know?
I am. We were at Applebee's right before this, and I wasn't sure the gender of the person, and I kind of wanted to give. I usually, after a meal at a restaurant, I usually give the server a nice little hug, but I didn't know if it was appropriate because I didn't know their gender.
we have seminars on that too, if you're interested.
Should I do that? Is that something
You
I
shouldn't
should?
hug your
Well, I'm not
server.
sure. He's right. I'm not sure hugging your server is.
Well, I would hug them if they were a man because then it's normal. If it's a woman, then it's sexual harassment.
It's just not normal to hug your servers.
I would agree.
at
In
all.
my legal opinion, I'd agree.
Well, it's
Fine.
not- it doesn't have to be a legal opinion. It's just-
Whatever.
it's
You guys
just a
are just
person
best
opinion.
friends right now. Why don't you two get married after the big divorce, freaks?
I don't. Sorry, Mr. Feinberg. I don't find you that attractive. But
Well, look at this. Tactical backpacks. There's a whole box of these over here.
Oh,
It says
this is where
yes.
they contain hazards. What is that? What is that? So you could set a fire inside this backpack, and
there's like 10 of them.
no one at the church would even know there was a fire in there until like you could just throw it out at the last second.
I
mean, I wouldn't
did you
do
pick
that
up
at a
the,
church.
The tactical backpack? Is that what you picked up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's
You could fit so many Legos in here.
Yeah. So that was just to ward people away. They're not actually flammable. It's this whole thing that the preppers do, where they're trying to throw off the people who aren't in the know. And they don't want them, getting to their food or their supplies that they have in there. So they say, "Look out, flammable."
So it's like an iguana tail. It's like, you know how when an iguana is scared, it drops its tail.
I don't-
so that
I don't know that, no.
The lion. Yeah, you know, it's like common. Everyone knows this.
Do you think we can send these backpacks back and get our money back?
No, these Dad gave us these. They're part of this.
Well, yeah, of course, the sentimental value, but that gentleman that he purchased them from, I was difficult to find, and I don't believe we'd be able to find him again.
It's not like Amazon. I can't just send it.
Unless there's
Are you saying that?
Amazon prepper site, which I'm not aware of.
Are you saying that there's some sort of like shadowy figure that Dad buys this stuff from? Because I want to meet that guy. I want to meet him right now.
This is a nightmare.
Jack, come on. There's nothing in here that you see that you're like, oh, this is so. Look, it's a rope. Just think of all the stuff we could. You never know when a rope will come in handy, right? Your favorite movie.
Are you
Boondock Saints.
What are you quoting?
Boondock Saints? Yeah, it was my Irish.
I haven't seen that.
You never know when a rope will come in handy.
Good.
Hi-tee-tie-tee-tie.
What are we going to do with 10 fire extinguishers? There's 10 of them. There's 10 of them.
Put out 10 different fires.
Yes, but it's just seems.
Start a fire in each of these backpacks and see who can put them out first.
They're unlabeled.
Who loves Dad the most? That's what I want to find out, you know?
Oh my.
Rest in peace, Papa Bear. I'm taking care of your wishes. Not like Jack, who's a real buzzkill.
That's not what I said.
Gentlemen, I just want to remind you once again, your father wanted you to come together. So let's see if we can find something that you both maybe have an interest in. So the rope wasn't it.
Complete toilet kit.
Sure, there you go. Everybody uses
toilets?
the toilet. There you go. You can bond over that.
Jackie, go in the corner and see if you can use this toilet kit. It's got like
I have to assemble the toilets.
Yep. Jack, have you ever been to IKEA before?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So
find those little wooden knobs to shove in the toilet holes.
It's basically that's what you need to do. It's like building an IKEA piece. It's adult Legos. It's fun. It's you guys.
It takes me IKEA. It takes so long. It's such a.
You love Legos.
We'll work on it together.
You would help?
Well, no. You would work on it together. It's
okay,
I mean, sure, I'd help. Sure,
like
you know what? It's fun. It sounds like fun. I could use a little, manual labor right now. Kind of get me out of my funk.
Can I just say, it seems like you were very well acquainted with this place, Phil. Like you seem like you're familiar with it.
Well, I've read the will, and there was a lot of information in there, and it's just.
Could you read some of the will to us? Because so far, all you've said is we don't get the house. And
Jack,
I didn't bring a copy. I didn't bring a copy.
Oh, that's very unprofessional. Cool, great. And
Jack,
we're paying you by the hour.
Jack,
okay, sorry.
come on. I mean, like.
I'm sorry, Mr. Feinberg.
No. It's okay. I understand. I completely understand. It's perfectly natural. Yeah, I try not to bring all this paperwork to a meeting. I find that people kind of.
You're a lawyer.
Yes, but people sort of turn off from the conversation when I put paper in front of them, and I enjoy the conversation.
It's a turn.
This is how Jack met Carol, his wife. He's like, he goes out on a date with her, and he's like, I'm Sheldon Cooper. Here's our relationship agreement. Nailed it.
So
fucking.
Could you stop talking?
Big Bang Theory, Bazinga.
Right. That's what is
Jack, have you thought about going to law school, perhaps? Maybe, if you're into that.
What? I've thought about yes. At one time when I was younger, before I became a salesman.
It's mostly paperwork. You love it.
Vacuums. He sells like vacuums and vacuum parts.
No, again, I don't like to bombard my clients with paper. I assure you, they're all at the office. We have them there. But this is a very personal moment for you guys. You're getting to see it for the first time. Your dad's bunker. This is important.
This is our dad's life. That stink, that foul musk that smells like an ox died in here, that's our dad's smell.
It does remind me of him.
Breathe it in, man. Just like breathe it in and try to take a deep breath.
Yeah, I've been noticing that. I've definitely been noticing that.
It's hard to breathe. I'm having some.
Use this gas mask. That's what they're here for, I assume.
Okay.
Technically, for gas, but yes, for down here too.
It's harder. It's actually a little harder to breathe.
You look amazing.
You do.
I could barely breathe before. Now it's like
That actually improves your
I
face.
must take it off. Let's take it off. That's.
I like you better with it on.
Well, Brian, you seem really sort of into all this stuff. Did you and your dad bond over this during your life?
Dad loved me. I would like to think he loved me best. He wasn't always around, but he would think of some fun stuff. I remember just being in a hole in the ground reminds me of one time Dad got a 6-pack and he gave me a shovel. We went out to the park and he's like, let's see how far you can dig. And then he just left me with the 6-pack and he just took off. I didn't see him for like a month, but I got pretty deep in that park. So yeah, this is like a real touching moment for me.
I mean, I remember digging holes too. It's
just like it was like Dad's way of saying, like, I dig you, son.
I think it was his way of distracting us while he went and had affairs with other women.
No.
Well, let's focus on the digging, guys. Let's focus on the digging. You guys were finding some common ground there. Let's see. I do a lot of mediation. Yeah. This is good. This is good.
Is it good? You see?
Yeah.
Like you got to
start with common.
On the fly a little bit.
Yeah, start with common ground. Start with common ground and work from there.
Mr. Feinberg, I'm sorry. Are you going to charge us for mediation?
No. Look. No.
We've just learned we're in considerable debt, right?
It's true. It's true. Look, this is my favor to you guys. I'm sympathetic. It's, you lost your dad. You're going through a tough time. I'm going through a tough time, but that's not really important right now. But I get it. I can.
Oh. Yeah, then why would you bring that up? That doesn't make sense. That's a weird thing to bring up.
Hey, he's trying to relate to us, man.
Thank you.
We're all going through something right now, Like, maybe he doesn't have a bunker that he can seclude himself away in like we do. We're lucky, Just relax.
I guess just so far the tone has been more conversational and not as professional as I had.
Well, let's do like a mediation exercise.
No offense,
I've got
Mr.
an idea
Feinberg,
for one.
No, none taken.
When my girlfriend Lena and I were going through a rough patch, we went onto a YouTube channel that sort of does mediation in its own way. It's free. And what they said on there is that, you visualize something. You create a shared experience in your minds because it's cheaper than taking her out on a date. So, what you do is you, Jack, imagine it was really like World War II or whatever, or III, I guess, whichever one happens next. And
not the one that happened already.
Oh, fine. Okay. See, he's all about facts. It's so annoying.
He really is.
I just to remember. Okay, sorry. What?
So World War II actually already happened. I'm Sheldon Cooper.
Hey, guys, let's focus on the positives right now. Let's not snipe at each other.
I'm not Sheldon. You're Sheldon.
You're Sheldon. I'm Leonard.
You're Sheldon
Raj.
Cooper.
I'm Raj because he's.
You wish you were Raj. You were Raj. Not Raj.
I've always seen myself as more of a penny, really.
Also, if one of you guys could help me unload a chair from my car later, that'd be great. It could fit down here. There's a lot of stuff I could fill up this place with because there's a lot of junk in here, but I got a lot of junk too.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap down here. Look at is that a mattress?
It's
just a mattress?
Yeah. Can I say one thing?
It's a mattress in the corner.
Wait. Yeah, that is just a mattress in the corner.
Yeah.
Is this a framed photograph?
Who is that?
Phil, is this you? Who's this woman?
Phil.
No.
Mr. Feinberg, this is you.
No, it must have been one of your dad's friends.
There's half-eaten cans of beans and tuna here.
That's wild. I don't even like beans.
That's clearly you.
I'm not a tuna eater. I don't like beans. That's
Phil.
Mr. Feinberg, to be fair, you had tuna salad for lunch. You paid for it.
It was whitefish salad. It wasn't tuna salad. It was whitefish.
I think just be real with us. You've been living down here, haven't you?
Yeah, this is clearly lived in.
Yeah.
These beans are still hot.
It's true.
No cheese.
Oh my God! All right,
man.
why don't we take a little bit of a break to help him stop crying, and maybe we'll get back and
It's an emotional wreck.
figure out what exactly is going on here.
Mr. Feinberg, sorry.
I'm sorry.
This is our lawyer. Great. Cool.
Lift off and the clock is started.
All right. Well, we're back. We're here in our dad's bunker that he left us after he passed away, and we just discovered that our dad's lawyer has been sleeping down here. I guess we found his stuff. We found his beans.
Living, it looks like. But Brian, I'm sorry. I was mad at you for bringing the microphone before, but I'm glad you did. We have proof now. I feel like. I don't
Proof.
know,
What do you
I feel
want to
like-
do with it? I mean, this guy is obviously on hard times, right? I mean, Mr. Feinberg.
Well, I just don't.
mean,
He's charging us by the hour, so I feel like this. If he's been living rent free in our bunker, there's probably
stop
some
thinking
overlap
of things
there.
as so transactional. This is why Dad got into debt. You just got to forget about the cost of things and just live, man.
Are you saying debt's a good thing? I'm sorry.
I mean, it never stopped Dad.
Technically, that's what
Mr.
got him
Ferber.
into debt, though. So, but I'm not a financial advisor. I'm sorry.
Clearly.
Well,
Clearly.
You're also sort of like homeless now, right?
Yeah, you have
So
no
it's
home.
hard. It's harder to take
You're
your
squatting.
advice, your legal advice, when you're
Well,
squatting like
right.
that.
It's But first of all, since I've been down here, I might as well. You guys can call me Phil. You don't have to call me Mr. Feinberg. Mr. Feinberg is.
You're sweating a lot, Phil.
It's hot down
Yeah.
here, and it's
It's not as hot as you're sweating. That's just.
It's
it runs
temperate.
in
It's
the
not that
family. It's been a rough go lately.
Look, man, we're not going to call the cops, dude. You can just chill
I
out.
might call the
Just
cops, if I'm being honest. I might call
Jackie.
the cops at some point. Sorry.
No, it's fair.
This
It's
guy's
fair.
trying to
I might.
help us.
Okay,
I might.
I'll be completely honest with you guys. My things aren't good at home.
Oh man,
my
I bet Jack can relate to that.
well, that's why I was trying to connect with you earlier about that. I know the feeling. It's my wife Sarah is so my wife Sarah, her father.
I hope you don't mind. From the photo, she looks like quite the busty woman. Is that
She-
inappropriate? Sometimes I go
it's
a
a little
little far.
inappropriate.
She's
I mean, you're not with her anymore, so I'm just saying.
technically we haven't separated. It's just Sarah's father is the Steinberg in the Steinberg, Feinberg, and Weinberg firm, and my
man.
father is the Feinberg, and
Steinberg and Feinberg.
yeah.
Was that
What's your
part of the
name's
attraction?
first?
Was just like the rhyming cuteness of it all?
Well, it just kind of worked out that they all went to law school, Steinberg, Feinberg, and Weinberg. And I mean, you've probably seen our commercials. It's in our slogan. We're Jewish and we rhyme, so you'll be just fine. And yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So it just kind of worked out that way. They all met each other, and it was sort of meant to be, right?
Jewish and we rhyme, so you'll be just
Exactly.
fine. I love
that. Was good. That was really good.
I didn't know that was. I
Yeah,
didn't know that
that's
was you. That's
yeah.
really, that's really good.
And sort of as we say, in synagogue, it was beshert. Sarah and I were meant to be, and
What?
and it's a saying. We were meant to be.
You're be sharing. You're sharing each other. That's what, right?
Oh, so it was like an open marriage. That's cool because I was gonna say, I'm with somebody and it's kind of, it's up and down. But if like that was what I was gonna say. If I owned my own future, like if I was in charge of it, if I was like king of the apocalypse or something, I would say, what's with marriage? Like what's with one woman, one man? The Mormons got it right. If I mean, if you
is
if
that
you're,
your stand-up bit? That's funny.
It's not a bit, okay? I'm just saying Lena doesn't... My girlfriend Lena is very much like, well, I see you eyeing that other woman. You know, I'm glad she's not here because I know she would be like, I saw you, that lawyer has that wife with the huge knockers and you wouldn't stop looking at the photo.
Wow, okay.
You're still looking at the photo.
It's a nice photo. It's a great blouse.
She's beautiful.
It hugs the right parts.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Is this hard for you to talk about your wife as a sexual object when things are so rocky?
Kinda. Yeah.
You sound like you might cry again. I'm sorry. I don't. So what happened though? I mean, how could anything with such a buxom wife end so badly?
Well, so you guys know that we are the biggest firm in all of Norton, right? Biggest firm in.
I'll tell you, when I'm looking at this photo, I feel like I'm the biggest firm. You know what I'm saying? High five.
Right.
Okay.
You just gotta put it down, man. Put the picture down.
Because I've been gorged is the joke.
Yeah.
So we were
Gross.
running we had a big client. It was basically the town, and it was always her dad's dream to eventually become mayor. It's where he grew up. It's really important to him, and I might have done something that hurt his campaign just a little bit.
Oh, I love politics. I love it. So what did you do? You're like, I don't know. My mind's going to motorboating, but I don't know why. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
It does, but not in the way you think. So we were out at there was a literal motorboat. There was the big the yearly the boat show, the Norton Boat Show that we do, and
It's such a small lake in the center of Barberton, and we have to rent out.
It is crazy, isn't it?
Like all these boats, and then the trucks come in pulling these like sailboats in, and it's like most of these sailboats are so friggin' big that they take up the lake. And it's just like Norton doesn't even have its own. It's just such a bummer.
Right. But did you read the story about how the death of our town's mascot, the giant carp, who's our mascot? Kevin the carp of Norton, Ohio. Yeah. So
I mean, I loved Kevin. What are you saying?
Yeah, everybody loves Kevin.
So it's tragic when Kevin was killed.
Yeah, I openly.
Are you saying you killed Kevin?
Well, technically it was the motorboat, but I may have leaned on the throttle during one of Sarah's dad's speeches,
my God.
and things haven't been the same ever since.
You killed Kevin?
Again, I want to reiterate. Technically, it was the motorboat that killed Kevin, but Sarah didn't see
Divorce
it.
is too good for you.
I don't think you should.
I don't know if I want you down here. I mean, Kevin was a bigger part of this town than even our dad. Kevin, I mean, when I first saw him bloated and just swimming upstream, I thought to myself, that's one hell of a fish.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a fish.
Are you talking about the dead corpse that we found? When we said... Kevin, when we found his dead body, you said, that's one hell of a fish. And I said, that's Kevin.
That was one hell of a fish. What I want to know is how Kevin's corpse went from the lake in the center of Barberton to the stream in Norton where we found him. Did you try to dispose of the Kevin?
Yeah.
Again, legally, I wouldn't call it disposing.
That's a yes. That's a yes. Anytime he says legally, yes. I know he's
legally
full
means
of it.
Legally, yes, I killed him. That's what it means.
Oh my God. Kevin the carp.
legally I'm a murderer.
Do you
Yeah,
know
let's
how-
just have a
You know how
murderer
hard
stay in our
it is
bunker.
to train a carp to recognize human faces or approach them? I don't. Okay, I'm sorry. You probably have been through this in your head.
It's been
a million times.
It's been a couple of weeks. It's been a trip, you guys.
So wait. So your accidental chopping or bludgeoning or motorboating?
It was head
of
trauma.
Kevin,
It was the head trauma.
You motorboated Kevin.
I motorboated Kevin. That was going to follow us for the rest of our marriage, and Sarah couldn't get over that, and her dad couldn't get over that, and
it would affect the dad's campaign.
and my dad
Scandal.
said maybe just lay low for a little while, and
Just
your
disappear.
dad's so my dad, your dad, it's all working out.
Right,
His
What's lower than a
right.
bunker, right?
His
I
situation
get it.
came up, and my dad said maybe just take some time, work on this case, and lay low. And I took him a little too literally, I suppose. But yeah, I've been here for about two weeks now. You guys should try the
Wow.
Yeah, I've been living off of, like you said, bean.
How much of the smell is you, by the way, then? Because I thought it was our dad, but is this... I mean, does this thing have shower facilities somewhere? It looks like it's got plumbing leading somewhere. There's pipes
plumbing.
on the ceiling.
There's plumbing. So again, legally speaking, I can't say that there's a...
You didn't use the portable build-a-toilet that I picked up earlier.
I did not.
Did you? Because I have... Okay, thank God.
I did not.
Because I already sucked on this hand a little bit.
Legally speaking, there's no actual plumbing that would be permitted by the city. So
Legally speaking?
Oh, my
legally.
God. Listen, hair murderer.
I'm really so sick of you saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, let's just say that, you've broken 2 laws here today. You're supposed to be
Yeah,
our
legally
legal
speaking.
advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like legally speaking, you've been squatting in a place that does not belong to
That's
you.
legal.
and
That's
you know-
legally
legal.
speaking.
That is legal.
Really?
Squatters' rights.
In Norton, you can just squat?
It's squatters' rights. You can't. It's
How does that apply when you know who the house is being bequeathed to? You can't just squat in the time between when he's dead and when you bequeath. That seems like a loophole.
I could quote the law book to you, but I don't think you would be interested. So
The law book. You could quote the
Yes,
law book to
I
us.
could quote the law book.
God.
The one law book. Which law book?
Yeah,
the
which
law
law
book.
book? Oh,
Norton
okay.
laws and the laws that love them. Listen, are you trying to stay
This is
down
ridiculous.
here,
This is
or
insane.
is this what are you trying to do here? Because there's enough. I'll be honest. There's enough room for comfortably. It seems like a jillion people to be down here, but this is our inheritance. It's supposed to be me and my brother figuring stuff out, not me and my brother and my dad's lawyer who killed a fish.
Right. I don't want to step on your toes. I don't want to take anything away from you. I just need a little time. I just need a little bit of time to get this.
You've had 2.5 weeks. I think that's enough time.
Two
Wait,
weeks.
wait,
2
wait.
weeks, not 2.5 weeks.
Oh,
This-
sorry. Legally
this-
speaking,
yes,
2
legally
weeks.
speaking,
Not,
2
okay,
weeks.
great. Speaking 2 weeks. Okay.
God. This is perfect though, because you know how we were talking about post-apocalypse before. This is maybe this is what we use this place for. Okay, so we could be an Airbnb for prepper types or some shit like that, and
It'd be an Airbnb and B.
Oh, because the bunker. Yeah. that
Wait,
makes
wait.
sense. Airbnb.
I thought that was clever.
You guys are on a roll. I don't want to stop you, but are you suggesting that you would rent this place out?
I mean,
Yeah, to people
I mean,
who pay. To people who
to
pay
people
money.
who pay.
And don't squat.
That's not legal.
Come on, you
It's
killed
not.
a
It's
fish.
not permitted.
We're in this
killed a
together
fish.
now.
No, but it's.
The scales are on your hands.
No, you guys would be
The scales of justice.
You'd be liable. You'd be liable for anything that happened, and there's not. This you could never get this permitted. And
Not if we don't tell nobody.
I suppose that's true.
So, okay. So, wait. So, I guess. So then. Okay. All
right, so you can't stay down here.
for
Wait.
$100 a month. $100 a month.
Yeah,
you can stay
you
here.
can't charge me to do that. So.
Then get out. I don't
Yes,
want
you
to
get it.
Hang on, I could
wait,
come in
wait.
handy. In the post-apocalyptic utopia. There's going to be
Yes, this is what I want
there's
to
going
talk
to be
about.
large
Okay.
mutant type animals, and I have experience.
What?
I would assume, right? Some sort of nuclear.
I didn't even
Thing.
think about
So-
that. So there's going to be big badgers and shit
Yeah,
roaming the
yeah,
earth?
or like.
But you said it wasn't. You said it was an accident, legally speaking.
How are you going to kill a badger with a motorboat? You'll
Well, if I
drive up a
I
ramp?
think it's just a natural progression. If I was able to kill a fish with a boat, I could take a lawnmower and knock out a mutant beaver.
To hit a badger? You couldn't fit. This is bullshit, man. You couldn't fit a regular badger under a lawnmower. This guy's trying to trick us.
I just don't think. I don't think you could kill. I don't think fish and badgers overlap. Is
What would
I'm-
a lawyer even do in the post-apocalypse? You know, like what is it? Like there's no forms, man. There's none of your primitive Earth laws.
Well, he doesn't
you know?
use forms. as
Correct,
we-
correct. I could bore people to death, I suppose. Anybody?
They've already been killed. This is you're
Well-
not.
Well, I was
Wait,
thinking,
wait, you know how, like,
the
in
raiding
Planet-
hordes.
Planet of the Apes. You know how like in apocalypse movies, there's always like somebody. There's always some like shitty primitive society. And then somebody breaks some, like, it's like Planet of the Apes, and it's like, oh, you ate our sacred mango. And then they're, like, in the center
yeah.
of some big, like, Harry Potter wizard tribunal, and it's like, you must now fight to the death. There should be a lawyer
Right,
in that
and I could
situation,
argue
right?
for you guys. I would defend you guys.
That's true. That's true.
All right,
Okay.
well, let's play that out. So say it's Planet of the Apes times. I ate the mango that they hold sacred for whatever reason.
You were
and
hungry.
I'm about to
You
be
were
sentenced
obviously
to death.
hungry. It's fine.
All right, Jack, you play the guy, the monkey who wants to prosecute.
Wait,
me.
Han, does it have to be? Does it have to be a
And,
monkey? Because they're smart.
Okay, so it's a bunch of fish.
Perfect.
And it's the planet of the fish. There's a planet of the carps.
So are we underwater,
And
or-
I ate their sacred. Oh my god. I'm so sick of his legalese already. I don't even want to go through the exercise. All right, so they're mud skippers.
Mudfish, right.
They can breathe above. That's how they've evolved to take over society. We're in a tribunal. Is that the right word? We're surrounded by fish with spears, and I'm on trial for eating their sacred nightcrawler. And Jack, you're the fish who's the prosecutor for the state.
Okay.
And
Sure.
And Phil, you're defending me. So go. How would you get me off? Besides showing me that photo of your wife.
It's a yes. It's a sex joke. I got it. Yeah. And you want me to defend? Now you want me to defend you?
Yes.
Okay.
He killed our carp. He's the one who did it. He killed him.
Rabble, rabble, rabble. We are the fish people. We hate the humans.
Yes.
I'm the fish people here. I mean the fish people.
I know. I was just trying to, give you some background, fish, because I don't really have
It
it.
sets the scene. It really does. I appreciate it.
Could you defend me?
Yes,
already?
I'm getting right to it. And I say to you, Mr. Fish Judge Man Person, that Nightcrawler was out in the open for all to see. There were no, legally speaking, there were no barriers to that Nightcrawler, and my client, Mr. Gobbins, my client was a hungry, hungry man. And you can't expect a hungry, hungry man to let a delicious-looking Nightcrawler just go by. What would you have done, sir? What would you have done if you were starving?
I've taken everything you said into account, and he's guilty. Guilty.
Oh my God!
Aha.
Guilty as hell.
I thought he did a good job, but I'm guilty like that.
Huh?
Wait,
That's
how
what
are you the
happens.
judge and the prosecutor? I don't like this.
Yeah, that doesn't really seem
It's a
fair.
fish society.
That doesn't
it's
seem
a
fair.
fish society. It's not a good society.
Oh, I'm gonna do it again. Okay, looks like you really turned the scales on that one. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, good.
Ugh, terrible.
Oh, I just got that. That's funny. That's good.
Yeah, because they're fishes. Okay, so it seems like I was sentenced to death there. So that
Yeah,
didn't
you
go
died.
great.
I sentenced you to death.
I didn't. That
Sorry.
didn't seem great. in terms of your lawyering abilities. And also, I want to say that, and I know back in high school when we were studying this stuff, Jack was the better scholar of it, but I'm pretty sure the only line of Shakespeare I remember was "kill all the lawyers," which I know is kind of a cliche, but I mean,
it's up on the wall
if that
of our
was
office.
Shakespeare's idea.
We keep it on the wall of our office to remind ourselves what people think of us.
This isn't your office, but I see it on the wall there. Actually,
Oh my God! You put that on the wall here too? What the hell?
This is your office too.
Well, I was bored. There was a stick. I kind of carved it in. I figured, it's motivational. Something to keep me going.
Yeah.
You know
Kill
what?
all the lawyers. It's very dark.
I'm gonna obey the sign. I'm gonna say we're gonna have to ask you to vacate, but we will keep you on file in case we need a lawyer in the future, or we're just short on food, and cannibalism permitting.
You mean legally speaking?
Legally speaking, get the fuck out. I think that's what he's saying.
All right,
That's what he's saying. Legally speaking, I'm tired of this.
nicer than that. But yeah, you're welcome back if you want to come and help us explore this sometime. But I don't think we can keep you here indefinitely. Is that okay?
Got it. Would it be all right if I sort of slowly took my belongings out? I don't have enough arms to carry. It took me several days to get it all in here.
Sure.
Take all the time you need. We're just gonna be here for who knows how long, going through the rest of the stuff. But I like this.
Could I stay in the house? Oh, right. You don't own it. Never mind. That's right.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Ow, cool,
Thanks
cool,
for that.
cool, yeah,
you know
cool.
what?
Thanks.
You know what? I'm loving this time we're spending together, Jack. And I do think that I'm starting to understand what Dad wanted, because I do feel like, in a weird way, we are bonding. But it's going to take a long time to figure all this stuff out. I mean, all this prepper stuff, all this junk. I don't know. Maybe we should come back. Another time.
We're gonna have to come
finish
back.
this off.
There's so much. There's so much. Shit.
And see, my job is done here. That's what I was trying to get you both to see. You just needed a common enemy.
Yeah, we're
Tuxedo
not
mask,
going
get
to
out
pay
of
whatever
here.
legal fees. We're going to get a lawyer to fight whatever legal fees. Legally speaking, we're going to get another lawyer for you.
Wow, I really thought that was going to work.
Nah, I don't think so.
All right, we'll be back, and maybe we'll bring some other people with us. See who'd be more bunker material. All right, bye everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Get out.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Hey, thanks for listening to Bunker Brothers. Bunker Brothers was created by Matt Shore and Mike Kolar. Today's special guest was Michael Rosenblum as Phil the Lawyer. If you enjoyed what you heard, please give us 5 stars on wherever you pick up your podcasts. And stay tuned for more adventures in the bunker. Bye-bye.